In the latest spoilers for The Young and the Restless, Victor and Claire find themselves at odds over how to handle the Jordan situation. Victor, always the strategist, insists that he can take down Jordan if Claire cooperates, but Claire, now a more independent and assertive woman, refuses to follow his orders. She wants to solve the problem on her own terms, much to Victor's frustration. While Victor struggles to accept her growing independence, deep down, he knows she's capable, and if she won't follow his lead, he may need to act on his own to protect her. Meanwhile, Chelsea and Adam face their own relational challenges as they grapple with trust issues. Adam's past betrayals have left scars on Chelsea, and she remains skeptical despite his pleas for another chance. Adam is willing to do whatever it takes to rebuild her trust, but Chelsea's hesitations and lingering doubts create tension. Their son, Connor, becomes the central point of their struggle, as both parents want to create a stable home for him, but their past failures make it unclear if they can ever truly rebuild their relationship. Billy, torn between his heart and his mother's warnings, dives deeper into his relationship with Sally and Phyllis. Despite Jill's strong instincts warning him of the dangers, especially with Phyllis' unpredictable behavior and Sally's guarded heart, Billy insists that he must pursue Sally. His romantic optimism clashes with his mother's concern for his well-being. The tension between his desires and Jill's protective instincts builds, leaving Billy in a precarious situation where the stakes may be higher than he realizes. As Claire continues to navigate her difficult position with Jordan, the stakes grow even higher. Jordan has threatened Sharon's life should Claire betray her, forcing Claire to play along despite her inner turmoil. Victor, ever determined to protect his family, continues to strategize, but the threat against Sharon keeps him in check. Both Claire's and Adam's decisions carry heavy consequences, as they face the dangerous web of loyalty, love, and family, with the potential for devastation or resolution hanging in the balance. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Pulse Canvas. It's me, Jolie here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. In Soaps.com's latest Young and Restless spoilers for Monday, January 20 through Friday, January 24, Claire plays a dangerous game with Jordan. Billy starts over, yes again. Victor lowers the boom on a familiar adversary. And time is running out for Sharon. And she didn't have a whole lot to begin with. Read on for the details on these teasers and more. Young and Restless will be preempted due to CBS News coverage. Meanwhile, you can review Soapdom's biggest news of 2024 here. Victor knows when something's amiss. Always. So it should come as no surprise to Nikki that he becomes suspicious of her actions. Though Nick and Chance follow lead to find Sharon, will it be a case of out of the sewer, into the frying pan for the beleaguered heroine? As Claire continues to plot the ultimate downfall of her unhinged aunt, she slyly gains Jordan's trust. Since this pivotal character has yet to come into Victor's life, he busies himself by setting a trap. Guess Chance and Nick's lead doesn't yield results. A day later, and Sharon is still working toward her escape. It seems like only yesterday that Victoria got back the daughter she lost. So you can't blame her for worrying about Claire's safety with Jordan on the loose. Victor backs that Jordan woman into a corner. Could the ranch's wine cellar be about to turn off its vacancy sign again? Having just finished reading How to Lose Friends and Adversely Influence People, Ian torments Mariah. Mark our words, it's only a matter of time before this happens. How much more can Sharon take? As her life hangs in the balance, it's now or never for a rescue and slash or escape. This will go well. Victor questions Nikki's judgment. Hasn't he learned by now that his wife doesn't care for being second-guessed? With Ian intent on weaseling his way back into Mariah's good graces, we shudder to think what the shocking discovery she makes is. In Genoa City, the stakes are higher than ever as Jordan's latest scheme threatens to unravel the lives of those around her. Known for her ruthless drive for control, Jordan tests Claire's loyalty by forcing her into an impossible situation. Choose between betraying Nikki or Victoria, two key figures in the Newman family. As Claire navigates this dangerous web, she grapples with the moral and emotional implications of her actions. She seeks an ally in Nikki, who agrees to be taken captive to protect her, despite knowing the risks. This daring plan relies on Nikki's bravery and Claire's cunning to outwit the manipulative Jordan, but every move is fraught with danger. Nikki's decision to become Jordan's pawn highlights her strength and unwavering love for her family. Despite the physical and psychological torment she endures, Nikki remains steadfast, playing her part perfectly to keep their plan intact. Her sacrifice serves as a testament to her dedication to the Newman family, even as she faces unimaginable suffering. However, the question of how much pain she can endure and how far Jordan will go with her cruelty remains unanswered. While Nikki's resolve is tested, the emotional toll of her actions is felt by all involved, especially as the stakes continue to rise with each passing moment. The true test for Claire comes when Jordan demands that she kill Nikki to prove her loyalty, forcing her into an agonizing moral dilemma. Every second of hesitation increases the risk of exposure, and the weight of the decision presses heavily on Claire's conscience. This chilling ultimatum reveals Jordan's capacity for cruelty and her unrelenting need for control. Meanwhile, her paranoia, though a source of strength, also blinds her to the alliances quietly forming against her. Claire and Nikki, along with other hidden allies in Genoa City, may be able to exploit Jordan's mistrust to bring her reign of terror to an end, but the consequences of failure are dire. As the drama intensifies, time becomes a critical factor. With Sharon still in Jordan's clutches, Claire must navigate the treacherous waters of deception, balancing the need to maintain Jordan's trust with the urgent mission of rescuing Sharon. The plan is audacious, relying on precise timing and the unwavering trust of Claire and Nikki in each other's abilities. Their ultimate goal is not just survival, but the complete dismantling of Jordan's control over Genoa City. The final confrontation will test the limits of their strength, trust, and resilience as they fight for a brighter future, knowing that one wrong move could cost them everything. Genoa City has become a bit unrealistic in a number of ways, as young and restless viewers are happy to point out on social media. But the biggest problem remains the long, drawn-out conversations and the fixation on front-burner characters they've made into giant bores. We love this daytime drama and want to see it thrive, not merely survive. Knocked down, dragged out? Sharon being locked up in a sewer had tension and promise in the beginning. Most were thrilled to see Cameron pop in for a round of snark, and speculation began about who would ultimately come to her rescue. Would it be Nick on his white horse, or would there be a twist and Phyllis would save the life of her nemesis? Instead, we got days of Sharon sipping on an endless bottle of PCP-laced water in what must be the warmest sewer in Wisconsin. If nothing else, the drugs explained Cameron's return. What defies explanation is this. Technicalities. Moving on, Sharon managed to get her hands on a pipe, because of course she did, and used it to break the padlock without hurting herself in the process. Impressive, but not as much fun as a showdown or a big rescue. That said, we may still get one, as she passed out on the ground before she could get herself out of there. Let there be drama. For all Billy's bluster, he told the world this week what we all suspected. He has no idea how to beat Victor Newman, and this whole fight for Chancellor hype was more about finding a way to get back at Adam for sleeping with Chelsea. We've been listening to him drone on about this stuff for weeks, and the man does not even have a plan. If he has any hope of taking Chancellor back, it's going to be because Phyllis comes up with a scheme. And there's every possibility that she will, if only because of her sheer determination to get Daniel into a corner office. Speaking of Adam betting Chelsea, I don't think these two have ever been this dull. He's lost his edge and what made him, well, Adam, and she's lost her volatility and become the most vanilla character on the canvas, second only to Claire. Suddenly, Chelsea gets along with everyone, and there is no conflict, no crazy, no drama in her interactions, and no prospect of any in the near future. This is not it. Further, having every other Genoa City resident give a TD talk about what a good idea it is for Adam and Chelsea to reunite will not make viewers feel it. In fact, if you need to convince the audience, that might be the first clue that it's not a very compelling choice or that the show us part isn't working. Young and restless fans were quick to call out the latest attempt to sell showdowns, proving you simply can't fool them. Wow, I wonder what Kyle would think about his new girlfriend, who is ridiculously close to his wee son Harrison, planning a cold-blooded murder. It's definitely something I'd want to be in the loop on if I was dating someone. I'd also want to know that the crazy aunt who kidnapped my kid was on the loose. Anyway, the plan is for Claire, Victoria, and Nikki to lure Jordan to her death and rid Genoa City of her evil once and for all. But I have a hunch that it may not play out that way. Jordan will die, but there are a whole lot of other people who might complete the job and save Claire the trouble. Anyone connected to Sharon, for starters, once they find out she's behind, not only locking her up in the sewer, but also murdering Heather and letting the blonde barista believe she'd done it. Alternatively, it might be a cool twist and a way to take out both of these villains in February sweeps if they set Ian up to kill Jordan, thus sending him back to prison. See a full list of possible suspects who might off Jordan in the photo gallery at the end of this column. While Claire outwitting Jordan in a battle of the psychological wits made for some intense scenes, having Nick and Victor figure out Ian and Jordan's entire scheme over coffee kinda ruins the suspense in the storyline, which has also fallen victim to the too much talk, not enough action writing. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Chelsea Lawson and Victoria Newman recently had a nice chat at the Jazz Lounge, where they almost seemed like they were becoming friends. However, that could be the calm before the storm if Victoria gains a reason to clash with Chelsea again. Victoria thinks Chelsea's influence on Adam Newman is a good thing, so she basically gave Chelsea a nudge toward a reunion. It was interesting to see Victoria and Chelsea being so friendly, but how long will it last? Now that Chelsea is moving in the old ranch house with Adam and Connor Newman, she could end up spending a lot more time with Johnny Habit. Connor and Johnny have formed a strong bond as brothers, so they're going to like living on the same property. The old ranch house obviously isn't too far from the tack house, so Johnny might start hanging out with Connor all the time. The closer Johnny gets to Connor, the closer he could get to Chelsea as well. Victoria's jealousy could flare if Chelsea and Johnny's relationship blooms right before her eyes. And our fans will recall that Chelsea is Johnny's biological mother, so there's the potential for them to develop a deeper connection. From Victoria's perspective, it may feel like she's losing her spot as Johnny's main mother figure. Victoria has sympathy for Chelsea's past mental health issues, but Chelsea is doing fine now and won't get a pass if Victoria feels like she's trying to usurp her role. Of course, Chelsea would never intentionally try to take Victoria's place, but she might overstep inadvertently and cause problems. Victoria is going to need a new story once all this Jordan drama winds down, so some reignited tension with Chelsea might play out. Regardless, the show's never fully explored Chelsea and Johnny's bond, at least not as much as they could. This is a chance to take that further and have Johnny genuinely connect with Chelsea, so we'll see if I&R takes advantage of it. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Victoria and Chelsea could wind up sparring sooner or later, so stick with us for more conflict predictions and updates on any tense news to come. It's the place to be for sizzling Young and the Restless spoilers, predictions, news, and updates, so stop by often. The Newman family is once again at the center of a jaw-dropping scandal, and the young and the restless fans can't stop talking about it. Victor Newman was caught secretly eavesdropping behind a door, listening in on Claire's private conversation. But what he does next is sending shockwaves through Genoa City. Did Claire betray the Newmans? What did Victor hear? And most importantly, how did he punish her? Buckle up, because this is a must-read update that will change everything. Victor's secret move. What did he hear? Victor Newman is a master manipulator, and when he suspects something is off, he always finds a way to get to the truth. This time, he took matters into his own hands, hiding behind the door and secretly listening to Claire's private conversation. Sources say Victor's expression changed from curiosity to pure fury. If Claire was plotting something behind his back, she just made the biggest mistake of her life, because no one deceives Victor Newman and gets away with it. Claire's fate hangs in the balance. Victor's ruthless punishment. Victor is not the kind of man to let betrayal slide. Once he has proof of someone's disloyalty, his punishment is swift, brutal, and often life-changing. So what's in store for Claire? Option 1. He kicks her out of the Newman family for good. If Victor believes Claire can't be trusted, she may be permanently cut off from the Newman family. No more power, no more money, no more protection. Is Claire about to lose everything she fought for? Option 2. He sets a trap to expose her publicly. Victor is known for his mind games, so instead of confronting Claire directly, he might play along, feeding her false information to see how she reacts. If she falls into his trap, she could be exposed in front of the entire family in the most humiliating way possible. Option 3. He makes her pay the ultimate price. Victor has a dark side, and if Claire's betrayal is serious enough, he might go full Victor mode and destroy her completely. Will he take away her job, her reputation, and any chance she has at redemption? One thing is certain. Claire is in deep trouble, and Victor is about to make her regret everything. Will Claire fight back or beg for mercy? Claire isn't just any ordinary opponent. She has her own tricks up her sleeve. Will she try to outsmart Victor and save herself, or will she break down and beg for forgiveness? If Claire has a secret weapon of her own, this could turn into an all-out war. But let's be honest, very few people win against Victor Newman. What's next for the Newman family? With Victor taking matters into his own hands, Genoa City is about to be rocked by one of the biggest confrontations of the year. Will Claire's secret be exposed in front of the entire Newman family? Is this the beginning of Claire's downfall, or will she fight back harder than ever? Could Victor's decision spark a war that divides the family forever? One thing is for sure, this is must-watch drama, and the fallout will be explosive. Final thoughts: the calm before the storm? Victor Newman never acts without a plan, and whatever he does next will send shockwaves through Genoa City. Will Claire survive his wrath, or is this the end of the road for her? In a shocking twist that has fans on the edge of their seats, The Young and the Restless has just unveiled a game-changing mystery. Victor Newman caught a mysterious woman calling Ian Ward Dad. Who is this woman, and what does her connection to Ian Ward mean for Genoa City? This bombshell is said to have major consequences for some of the show's most powerful families. Let's dive into the jaw-dropping spoilers and uncover the truth behind this shocking revelation. The mysterious woman, who is she? For those who've been following Y&R, you know that Ian Ward is not exactly a fan favorite. His past is filled with dark secrets and manipulative schemes, so when a mysterious woman is seen calling him Dad, it raises some serious eyebrows. But who is this woman? Why is she calling Ian Ward her father? And what does this mean for the Y&R universe? Theory 1. Ian's hidden daughter finally revealed. Could this woman be Ian Ward's long-lost daughter, a child he kept hidden from the world? The idea of Ian having a daughter isn't entirely out of the question, considering his manipulative and secretive past. If she's been living in the shadows, she could now be making a dangerous move to expose herself to Genoa City. But why now? What could possibly motivate Ian's daughter to come forward at this moment, especially with such a dramatic entrance? Could it be that she's here for revenge, power, or something more? This theory has fans beyond intrigued, and it could lead to a game-changing shift in the show's power dynamics. Theory 2. A new ally for Victor, or a dangerous threat. Victor Newman is always watching, always calculating, and it's no surprise that he caught this mysterious woman in the act of calling Ian Dad. Could this woman be someone who's closely connected to Victor's world, potentially as an ally, or worse, a dangerous threat? Is she here to join forces with Victor and settle old scores with Ian, or is she working for Ian to manipulate the Newmans from the inside? Victor doesn't trust easily, and the fact that he caught her in the act is just the beginning. The question is she here to help, or is she plotting to bring down the Newman Empire? Theory 3. A long-lost family member with ties to the Abbotts or Newmans. Could this mysterious woman be a long-lost relative of another Genoa City power player? Is she somehow related to the Abbotts or Newmans, perhaps a forgotten cousin or sibling? If she has a blood tie to either family, she could be here for one reason only: to claim what she believes is rightfully hers. Imagine the drama if she's connected to Jack Abbott or even Nick Newman. How will the Abbotts or Newmans react to this surprise family member popping up out of nowhere? The shockwaves from this reveal would be felt throughout Genoa City, setting the stage for a massive family conflict. What does this mean for Ian and the Newmans? With Victor now aware of this woman's existence, things are about to get complicated. Ian Ward has always been a master of chaos, and the idea that he has a secret daughter, one who could be after something, has danger written all over it. But how will Ian react to this woman's sudden appearance? Will he welcome her into his twisted world, or does he have a more sinister plan for her? As always, Victor's watchful eye will play a key role. Will he use this new information to his advantage, or could Ian pull off yet another shocking maneuver? What's next for Genoa City? This shocking reveal is just the beginning of what promises to be an explosive storyline. Genoa City's already intense family rivalries are about to take a dark turn, and the stakes have never been higher. Is this woman truly Ian's daughter, or is she someone with a completely different agenda? Will she join forces with Victor, or will she flip the script and become a threat to the Newmans? How will this revelation affect Ian, Victor, and the rest of Genoa City? One thing is for sure, no one is safe from the secrets that are about to unfold. Final thoughts. Prepare for a new level of drama. The Young and the Restless has delivered yet another explosive twist that's set to leave fans reeling. The mysterious woman who calls Ian Ward Dad is the key to unlocking an entire new level of drama for the show. Could this be the end for Victor Newman? That's what a lot of the Young and the Restless fans can't help but wonder, as there's heavy speculation suggesting actor Braden might not come back to the soap. Keep reading below for everything you need to know. The Young and the Restless star Braden not coming back. Eric, who is best known for his role as Victor Newman on the hit CBS soap, has been left devastated after his house burned down during the historic Los Angeles County fires. The actor had spent the last 45 years making memories with his family in his beloved home, but now it's all been burnt down to the ground. The last that the Young and the Restless fans got to hear from Eric, he had toured the wreckage of what was left of his home. He has not updated his fans about his whereabouts, prompting speculation among his fans that he has temporarily relocated and is looking to rebuild his life again. Not only that, but there's also speculation that because Eric had already spent more than 4 decades on the show, he might also be thinking about retirement. Plus, if there was ever a time that his family needed him, it would be now. It would make sense for Eric to want to put his career to the side, for those who matter the most in his life. Victor Newman, meanwhile, will just have to wait. The Young and the Restless spoilers. What's next for Eric Braden? So far, Eric Braden himself has not made any comments about the matter. He hasn't confirmed or denied any of the rumors, but we will definitely update you with all of the latest details once they come in. Watch this space for more. The Young and the Restless airs weekdays on the CBS network. Check your local listings for times. In the meantime, drop us your thoughts about this story in our comments section below. Also, don't forget to check back right here at Soap Spoiler for all the latest news and updates on your favorite daytime television shows, such as The Bold and the Beautiful, The Young and the Restless, General Hospital, and Days of Our Lives. The Young and the Restless preview video for the week of January 20 to 24 reveals that Sally Spectra will be apologetic when she interrupts Billy Abbott's chat with his brother, but Jack Abbott will insist they're just finishing up. That'll be good news for Sally since she'll have a surprise she wants to unveil. This could be related to Sally's upcoming Paris trip with Billy, so stay tuned for more details on their getaway together. Next, let's talk about Ian Ward's latest round of manipulation. Ian will corner Tessa Porter and act like he hates himself for trying to destroy every last ounce of goodness in Maria Copeland. "I have to do this, Tessa, and you have to help me," Ian declares in Y&R's weekly preview video. Although Ian will act determined to find redemption, let's hope Tessa listens to Mariah when it comes to how dangerous he is. Of course, it's possible Tessa will turn the tables at some point and manipulate Ian right back. Over with Chance Chancellor, he'll snoop in Ian's motel room and discover a clue. Chance will find a lipstick-stained glass and joke that it's not Ian's shade, so he'll suspect Ian's accomplice might be a woman. Nick Newman will be with Chance during his motel search, so he'll get updates on this lipstick-stained glass as well. We'll continue to hear Nick make predictions about locating Sharon and saving her from her latest nightmare. At the Newman Ranch, Nikki Newman will agree with Claire Newman about Jordan being a threat to everyone they love as long as she's still breathing. That's why we need to figure out our next step, where we take her so that we can end this, Claire says in Y&R's preview clip. Nikki will have an idea, so she'll tell Claire and Victoria Newman to get their coats. It sounds like Nikki will settle on the perfect place to lure Jordan and kill her, but there could be a snag in her plan. Victor Newman will appear around the corner looking suspicious after eavesdropping. Even if Victor doesn't overhear everything, he'll apparently gather enough info to realize trouble's brewing. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Victor may get tangled in Claire, Victoria, and Nikki's scheme to take Jordan out permanently, so stay tuned. We'll have other exciting Young and the Restless spoilers, predictions, updates, and news, so make us your one-stop source. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that the show's been offering some interesting clues as we build to what could be Nikki Newman's final face-off with Jordan. Back when Nikki went on that Jordan tirade at her AA meeting, she made it clear that only Jordan's demise would satisfy her. That theme will continue on the March 18 episode, when Nikki reiterates that prison is too good for Jordan. Claire Grace also wished Jordan dead before backtracking later and seeming a bit concerned about Victor Newman's plan. That led to Victoria Newman's reassurance that Victor wasn't cruel enough to leave Jordan locked up indefinitely. Nikki knows that too, so she'll get confirmation on Victor's intention of delivering Jordan's to the authorities. However, there are signs that Jordan may not make it into police custody after Nikki's plan for one last confrontation brings a twist. Y&R spoilers say Victoria and Claire will also be there for this final Jordan showdown, so it'll be a situation where an already stressed woman is ambushed and agitated even further. Under the circumstances, it wouldn't be that surprising if Jordan had a heart attack and keeled over right in front of Nikki, Claire, and Victoria. That could bring a new dilemma of whether they should take Jordan to the hospital. Then again, it's possible Jordan will end up deceased rather quickly, so Nikki, Victoria, and Claire may realize there's no hope. That might bring a brand new problem, since the Newmans would have a body in captivity. It could force Victor to work his magic and have his people dispose of Jordan somehow. Victor staged a car accident when Nick Newman decked Ashlyn Locke and led to his fatal fall. Maybe Victor will launch a new Jordan cover-up and give Claire a crash course on how things work in this family. Naturally, it's also possible Jordan will flee and perhaps get taken down by Victor's security guard or even a nearby cop. Whatever the case, it's going to be disappointing if all those grim dialogue predictions don't add up to Jordan's lethal exit. Bottom line, Nikki's ill-advised confrontation will lead to stunning news and result in Victor making some updates to his plans. The Young and the Restless spoilers say there will be at least one more round of Jordan turmoil during the week of March 18 to 22, so stay tuned. Is where you want to be for terrific Young and the Restless spoilers, predictions, updates, and news, so make us your go-to Y&R source. The Young and the Restless fans, brace yourselves. What's coming next will leave you on the edge of your seat. In a jaw-dropping twist, Tessa Porter has been kidnapped and gagged, and Ian Ward is somehow at the center of it all. But the big question remains, who's standing next to him? Is this a plan he's executing alone, or does he have a dark ally helping him carry out the most shocking crime Genoa City has seen in years? Let's dive into this twisted new storyline and break down all the explosive details that are set to rock your world. Tessa's shocking abduction, a family torn apart. Tessa Porter, the beloved singer and wife of Mariah Copeland, has always been a beacon of light in Genoa City. But now, she's in a life-or-death struggle. Fans watched in horror as she was kidnapped and gagged, her fate uncertain and her loved ones completely in the dark. Maria and their friends are frantic, trying to piece together the mystery of Tessa's abduction. The question on everyone's mind is, why Tessa? Is there a deeper personal vendetta behind this? Or is this just the beginning of something much more sinister for Genoa City? With her life hanging by a thread, every minute counts, and the race to save Tessa is on. Ian Ward's return, more dangerous than ever? After a long time away, Ian Ward is back, and he's as dangerous as ever. The infamous villain has left a trail of destruction in his wake, and now his return marks the beginning of a new nightmare for the residents of Genoa City. But this time, there's something darker at play. Is Ian the mastermind behind Tessa's abduction, or is he simply the face of a much bigger scheme? Sources close to Y&R suggest that Ian may be teaming up with a mysterious ally, someone from his past, who has a personal stake in this shocking plot. But who is this new player, and what are their goals? Unmasking the mystery ally, a hidden threat? The real mystery surrounding Tessa's abduction isn't just about Ian Ward. It's about the person standing next to him. Who is the person pulling the strings alongside Ian? And what is their connection to Tessa or the rest of the town? Is this ally someone we've seen before, or will their identity send shockwaves through Genoa City? Some fans are speculating that this could be someone close to Tessa, someone who has been hiding in the shadows, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Could it be an old enemy? Or is it someone much more unexpected? One thing is for sure, this mysterious figure will change everything. Maria and the search, will she be too late? As Mariah copes with the horror of losing Tessa, she becomes more determined than ever to find her and bring her home safely. But with Ian Ward at the helm of this sinister plot, can Mariah truly count on the people around her? Or will she have to take matters into her own hands to save her wife from the clutches of evil? The emotional roller coaster for Mariah is only beginning, and fans can expect some gut-wrenching scenes as she races against time. Will she make it in time to save Tessa? Or will they both be swept away in a storm of violence and danger? What happens next? The countdown to danger. Monday's episode promises to deliver a heart-pounding, edge-of-your-seat thriller as Tessa's fate hangs in the balance. With Ian Ward back and a hidden enemy lurking in the shadows, Genoa City may never be the same again. Will Tessa survive this ordeal? Who is Ian Ward's ally? And what will Maria do to save the love of her life? Tune in for the shocking twists and turns that will have you reaching for the edge of your seat. This is one storyline you won't want to miss.